Hello and good afternoon.
Well, I think we got video running there.
We do. We have video running, but I think we're still live. We'll just change the screen.
There you go. There you go. Technical difficulties. We're still going. So
We're live.
That video will come later for sure. We're here with the 4 o'clock news. 10 minutes late.
This is how you know
Hey.
we're live, right here.
We're getting better though, and we will get better as we go along.
Indeed. We're broadcasting live on YouTube and X. And here we are. It is just after 4 o'clock. Topping our stories here this afternoon, Kelowna man facing impaired driving charges after crashing into an RCMP cruiser.
And that happened on Sunday night in the North Okanagan RCMP at a traffic stop in Vernon.
Just sitting there and...
I guess so. MP Tracy Gray brings forward petition to ensure creation of postal code at Big White. That's been going on for a while.
Yeah, and as you can see, it's a fairly large development now without a postal code.
Pretty picturesque as well.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
There you go.
I think we should just co-opt the postal code for the North Pole. HOHOHO.
Ho, ho, ho. Nice. Hey, good one.
Yeah.
BC Hydro asked for 2.3% rate increase to start spring of 2024. That seems like a low number compared to the rest of the increases out there.
I was going to say that feels okay.
You know, one
That
thing
feels
good,
great.
One thing good about electricity, it's they have to apply for an increase. What if they did that with gas stations? Where you actually have to apply to increase the gas price. Now that would be better, right? Instead of like you wake up one morning and it's like 15 cents a liter more. Or somebody puts a tax on it.
There's something just like that.
Field of Crosses returns to Kelowna City Park this week.
This is commemorating Canadian Armed Forces and those who have served. I guess that's last year.
It's a good thing to go to the Kelowna Cinepath on Thursday, November 2nd. November 2nd. We'll be live streaming from there. Was that you throwing your papers around?
I was throwing it around, yeah.
Wow, nice.
Here we go.
Now we can do that highway video, if we can find it. So the highway between
There we are. Look at that kicking horse.
just before Golden Kicking Horse there is set to open. That'll be amazing because that's been in progress for how many years now? But it was one dangerous stretch of highway.
How many kilometers has been treated now once this comes to...
If you count the other phase, I think I drove through there recently, and that was 10 kilometers for this phase to finish up, and then I think there was a previous 10 kilometers phase or something like that, right? So it's a beautiful stretch of highway.
It's almost a half hour.
Yeah,
right?
no, it's a beautiful stretch of highway now. So
Yeah, that's nice and much safer.
unreasonably cold. I know we'll do weather at the end here as well, but like more daily temperature records broken across BC on Sunday.
Today we had a 16 degree or 15 degree temperature swing from overnight.
That's pretty big, eh?
For
Like,
winter this time of year it
Yeah.
is, yeah.
It was like kind of probably the last day I'm going to bring it up again, the last day of golf probably was today for a while because it's going to cool off and we might even get some snow.
Well,
We'll talk about that after though.
yeah.
Save Our Streets group seeks crackdown on violent retail crime in BC.
Again, we keep kind of hearing the stories. London Drugs trying to figure out a way to stay in operation with their retail stores in Vancouver. Things have gotten a little bit worse there. And as you can see, I guess a number of organizations and groups now coming together. What is it? 30 groups have come together?
Right. This is a huge problem in the United States. I don't know if we've seen a lot of it here in Kelowna. I don't think so yet. But in Vancouver, they're starting to see quite a bit of it.
Mm-hmm. It's a bit disturbing to watch on video when you do see it.
Mm-hmm.
It looks a lot like organized crime.
Sharp increase in number of Canadians saying immigration is too high, according to a poll. And there has been a dramatic increase.
Yeah, I think what
A
did they
27% increase last year.
of immigration?
And I think a lot of people are pointing to that now because of the shortage of housing, rental, and purchasing of homes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if obviously if you bring a million people into Canada when there's already a shortage of housing, that's obviously going to add to that stress.
And in Kelowna, I believe, or Central Okanagan, I think the number was just over 2,000 immigrants to the area, which is about 3-4 times higher than what is sort of typical any given year.
And Kent and Nick were out today. We got a video to run. They'd interviewed
Pavmeet?
Pavmeet.
Yeah. running for BC United. And do we have that video?
A lot of the new party memberships are going to these young students. Do you understand why it might raise a question as to whether or not they should be the ones deciding what?
I would say particularly the person who lives in running for last 5-6 years. So talking about, as you said, the foreign students, they are not just students anymore. They are part of our economy.
Sort of like you were.
Exactly. I was one of them too. So so the people working for us too as well, they are here. They did a degree in a college here for 2 years. They are on a work permit now, so it's 3 years. They are pretty close to get their permanent residency. So 5 years working and living in the riding, working in the riding, I think they should have their voice here too.
And he's obviously, I think we were just hearing of some of the bit of the other story. He's running for the MLA position. He himself obviously came to the country and has grown into leadership roles, and he's brought a lot of gifts to our city in terms of his business acumen and all that kind of stuff.
I think he runs a pita pit here.
Yeah.
The former chief of surgery at KGH also wants to put his hat in the ring.
Right. This is Dr. Michael Humer, thoracic surgeon over the years here in Kelowna, and is also looking for that newly created provincial riding Kelowna Centre for the BC United race that's happening.
It's almost like you can still see us, even though...
just look over this way.
Hey, we're only going to get better. And then in sports, we have one story there. Okanagan Sun fell short against the West Shore Rebels in the BCFC title game.
There they are, our Kelowna Sun.
It was not the outcome they had hoped for, but they held strong against the West Shore Rebels this past weekend. The Sun were on the road for the BC Football Conference Championship, coming up short 33-19 against the Rebels.
Well,
Yeah.
they're a great team to have here, though, and you know what? We have a pretty good program usually.
Are you doing weather?
I can. Kelowna weather for ATB Wealth. Realize your vision of wealth. Go to atb.com/wealth Kelowna. Looks like, as I said, quite a temperature swing. We were down around -7, -8 early in the hours this morning. We're now at +8. And in fact, clouds starting to build up and come into the city tomorrow at some point. We probably won't need this weather slides unless you want to show the full week one, but it's actually changed since this morning, as things do with the weather forecasts. Looking for a little bit more cloud tomorrow, not as much sun, a little bit more cloud, but it's going to be a little bit warmer then too. Originally projecting the low tomorrow night down to 0, but for the kids out trick-or-treating, it's going to be around 0 or slightly better than 0.
So put those costumes on over top.
Over top, yeah.
Over top of clothing.
And but it's going to be dry. So if there's concerns about being wet, I think or snowy, it's probably not going to
Good
realize
costume is
tomorrow.
Michelin Man. Then you can put that puffy jacket on.
It's the perfect Canadian costume right there, the Michelin Man. And so anyways, as the week progresses, a little bit more cloudy and a little warmer too, up to 11 degrees over the weekend potentially. So.
And we kicked off our Energized series today. You can find that on Kelowna Now. We brought up the first show. We talked about the incentives that are available for purchasing an EV.
Yeah. I think, it's going to be interesting to talk a little bit more about, I think there's a lot of people who are curious about, they're EV curious, haven't really got their hands on one yet, haven't had a chance to drive one, but more and more you start to see them around, and obviously the incentives. So hopefully you'll find that content helpful as time goes on as well.
So our goal is to do the morning news at 9 a.m. and again at 4 p.m. We're fighting a little technical difficulties. I don't know if you ever turn this thing around, but we got like 3 cameras going here, a bunch of lights, and we have a couple of people helping on the back there. But we're learning technology, and we're also Jason and I are working away, getting better every day.
We keep saying it can't get any worse. I don't know.
That's our motto. That's a hell of a motto.
Anyways, if you want to stay in the know, make sure you like and subscribe to our channels, YouTube, X, and on our website. You can go to the KelownaNow.com newsletter and stay algorithm free there. Get the news sent directly to you every morning, 7 a.m., and we certainly do appreciate that.
Just think if we get one of those YouTube 100,000 subscriber things, that'd be cool, right?
Like
we got
your
a
own
ways
pillow?
to go though, right? No, you get. I think you get a pillow, and you get a little.
I think it's 50. You got the pillow.
Just in time for the government to come and rip it away from us as well.
Let's do it. Sounds like a great idea.
It's a Bill C-18 joke. It's
Yeah.
not that funny though. Not if you're on the receiving end.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Well, anyways, that's your news headlines, your weather forecast, and everything's a beautiful afternoon. So get out and enjoy the last few hours here today. From everybody here at Kelowna Now, have a great night.
See you in the morning.